Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tigers' offense takes the field. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that. You got to understand that they're trying to...
Turning it on! That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Tigers have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
He's got it down the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Hands it off on the counter. Creates a little room. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They get to the line quickly. And those hairy Dogs taking a bite out of another 1st down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It's first down from the 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The hand to the running back. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered.
It's a running room. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is 3rd down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the 4th down.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Off play action on first down. He's got an open man. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. On the ground, it's Moses. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Off the play fake on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep. And the Bulldogs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Just about had the pick in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Lost a throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
The short hands, it's Vaughn. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Missouri comes to the line with another 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go back to the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off big. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. Complete to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Dogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. He'll do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Tigers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hart. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And the Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Forced out of the pocket. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Wants to fire on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a fourth and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back. The lone back's got it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Rousseau. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Here comes the heat. Finding open areas. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Handoff to the fullback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Georgia lining up to punt it away. All the way back to the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after him. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Finds the tight end. Taking it the other way. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Rousseau. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Stumbled to the ground.
Hey, I like this by the offense. Nice job of not forcing it, having to throw the football. Now you make it 3rd and manageable. Put your offense in a better position to succeed. That's a nice 2nd down play.
He's in open space downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They're going to ride this running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Just when they're looking run, now up top. It's complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Rousseau. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. West Virginia is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Morgantown. They're trailing by just 4 to Arizona. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing up.
It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field, and anything can happen, right, in football, and you can catch breaks, and so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Working on the right. Makes the grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35.
And, man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it go. That clock is ticking. They've got 0 points on the game. They've got to put a couple of plays together. There's play number 1. Let's see if they can get a streak going, get down the field, and put some points on the scoreboard.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. He's got him. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Missouri gets to the line quickly. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's caught. It's Moss. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down, a short return, and the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
He'll keep it himself. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the shotgun, the inside give. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They want that clock to run. Can't get him to the ground. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Fires to the right. That's reeled in. It's Hart. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. He'll do it himself. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that right there, probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it. Now all of a sudden, this game has a completely different feel.
Huge moment coming here as they try to quiet this raucous, crazy crowd. Gives it on the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. He caught him. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. And now, 4th quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri!
And such a great job by the offense, able to execute there and score a touchdown late in this game. You know, you try to simulate that in practice, but you just can't do it. Guys are going to have to step up when it matters the most under the bright lights, and they did it there. 1 point away from taking the lead.
Big extra point coming. It would give them the lead late. And he knocks it through, and they take the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Pulls it, fired complete.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Finds it back in the middle. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Rousseau. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Off play action. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Zings it complete to the right. At the 45 on his way. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. After picking up the first down, they still have to move quickly here. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got his man across the middle. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. That's caught. It's Vaughn. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And the defense got it. How about this defense slamming the door shut with a fumble recovery, and the offense should be able to run out the clock from here. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to